If you know me in real life, you know that I wish I was putting this piece together on better consequences, circumstances, what I meant to say. Doesn't matter. I'm going through a little bit of an emotional thing right now. This is the video I kind of wanted to avoid making for the longest time. But after further thought, I would address this. This little piece is set to a song that I made today, well, this morning, called Loved Ones Lost, which is this little bit of a song that I made today. And it's about losing those that you've lost in your life. I'm going to let this little music piece tell you the rest of the story, as after I've finished, I'm recording this after I've put that all together, and it's a hard video for me to make. This video will explain why I haven't been following up on my promise. If you guys don't know, I said when school was out and summer started that I would be uploading videos more constantly, and that I would be posting on social media more. I haven't done any of that because I'm dealing with a young and strongly growing stage of grief and depression of something very bad that's happened to me in my life. So please enjoy this little thing that I put together. It's a little song that I quickly made and instrumental version of this song will be going up right after this video, so you guys can go and download it and use it for your own purposes. But please enjoy what I've done for you guys today. From now to the near future, I will always remember my life being raised by two parents. And very recently, I had to give up my hope on those dreams. School had ended. Well, for me, it ended a few days earlier, but that's beside the point. School had ended, and me and my family took a trip up to New York to see my aunt, who is sick and isn't doing so well. We went there for a few days, came back, got to bed, and was ready to wake up to a beautiful day. While on our way back to my house from New York, my mother got a call from my uncle. It was about my dad. He handed the phone to my mother, and I heard nothing more of the situation until the next day. The day after that, I was sent to a summer school program at my school, which I didn't need to go to anymore after that, this day at least. I went to school, relearned a few things even though I didn't forget any of it, and I was ready to go home and enjoy the rest of my day. Got home, said hi to my family members, was ready to go inside and just get on my PlayStation, do what I do normally every other day. But before I did so, my mother stopped me, looked at me with a serene face and said, "Elijah, your father had died this morning." And it broke me, both inside and outside. And my mother could tell from my face. I didn't verbally say anything about the situation at that moment. I didn't burst into tears in front of everybody. I stayed strong, hugged my mother, and went on with my day. At least that's what I made it seem like when I went inside the house. And I went, put my stuff down and laid down in my bed. And after further thought of what I had just been told, I burst into tears. And as I'm crying, the realization hit me is that this is actual news that I have been told, and that I can't overthink this. It's nothing to overthink or underthink in this situation, and this is something that really just happened. And what makes the situation worse is that this was a literal couple of days before my birthday. So I ran in, turning 13 years old, with the loss of one parent. A few days after what I had been told, we went to my father's funeral, and we got there. I was staying strong for the longest time, still crying, but I'm not like full on bawling like I was when I had first gotten the news, until my family had started speaking, and I realized these are people who feel exactly like me, and this really is my family. And I know that my dad's family and my mother don't get along very well, and I was aware of the situation when we got there, and I could see it, little flakes of it, but I looked past it. So back on the topic of everyone talking, my family would talk about my father, and it's at those moments that's really hitting me that I just lost my closest family member. Though not ever really living with my dad, not spending as much time with him as I could have wanted, he would call me every morning before I went to school, every afternoon after I got home. He would always call me on my birthday, and then when I moved down to North Carolina, he would try to be there for me. And he succeeded. But it was this day that, after hearing what had happened to him, it's when I realized that there were 6 years of our lives that could have been spent together. And there's nothing you can do about the situation. You just have to brave it. So I, to this day, have been breaking a promise to you all. Said multiple times that when the summer started and I was out of school, I would be uploading videos more consistently, and I would be, more active on social media, but I haven't been doing any of that. And it's all because I've been in a state of grief. And this recording is at least 3 minutes longer than the song is supposed to be. But I can stretch it out all I want. It's my song. I can make it what I want. But I think that this is something I had to get off my chest. I've been hiding this fact from you all, from everyone on my YouTube channel for the longest. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have spoken about my father's passing, but never on YouTube. I've never mentioned it. I've never even brought up the topic, but I think it's time I do that. Which is why I got back into making instrumental tracks. It's my outlet when I don't feel like recording a video. It's what I'm doing when I'm just sitting in my house doing nothing, and it's just a thought that maybe I should just embrace what has happened to me in my life and what's gonna keep happening. Everyone in their life has lost family members. I'm aware people have lost family members at a much younger age than I was when I lost my dad. And though it's only been a month since it's happened, I still feel really upset about it. It feels like it's been a year already, but it's only been a month, and you guys can't see, but I'm both letting them out and fighting back tears right now. And I don't want to be that kind of YouTuber that starts crying on any form of outlet on YouTube, but you can hear it from my voice right now. That's exactly what's happening. And thank you guys for listening to the story. Hope this clears up why I've broken my promise and why I haven't been uploading as much as I said I would. I was, because my cousins keep bombarding me with this same question of, you broke your promise, why aren't you uploading? What are you doing? And I thought, let me make this video so I can explain to everyone who watches my channel. Like I said, if you know me in real life, you know what's happened, but if you don't know yet, this is how you guys know. And thank you guys for listening to this story in its entirety. After this video is uploaded, I will be posting the actual length instrumental track of this song, and that's all it really is. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I will be releasing this song on YouTube after this video goes up. And thank you guys again for listening, and I hope you have a good day.